Welcome to episode 10. I'm John Marshall. This is Crushing It, where we celebrate ordinary people doing extraordinary things. My guest today is a gentleman named Jay that did something that most people wouldn't during a pandemic. He quit his job. And let's hear what he had to say. Jay, welcome to Crushing It.
Thank you, John.
I want you just told me a fabulous story about in hard times as in COVID-19, you did something absolutely outrageous. You walked away from a good paying job that was still there and did something different. You did it for a reason, because being home taught you something. Share this with us.
Yeah, John, thanks. Honestly, it did. I mean, COVID impacted everybody, obviously, and in so many different ways, shapes, and form. For my wife and I, it gave us time for self-evaluation. Outside of creating new hobbies within our home, obviously, it gave us an opportunity to deep dive into really what we wanted to invest our time in. Firm believers, you literally only live once, you get one shot at it, and where that time goes and where you allocate it is the most important thing. So both of us, truthfully, John, we were working for good businesses. Honestly, I had a job that a lot of people constantly said, how do I get that job? For me, there was a turning point personally where I felt like I hit a ceiling, right? So I was walking the corporate world and felt like I hit a ceiling, spinning my tires, and just felt like it was time for me to pivot and pursue this dream that I had. I didn't want to invest much more time into something that I wasn't passionate about, and truthfully wanted to make sure that every second that I have is invested in things that I'm going to build for my family, myself, and surrounding loved ones. So I did. I left a full-time job to pursue independence in custom home building.
And one of the things you shared with us on that, it wasn't just the dream. It was all of a sudden the realization about time itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
So why don't you share a bit of it? You said to me that you all of a sudden discovered, as you were saying, it's the most precious thing we have. And
Well, it is, honestly. I'm a true believer of it. And yes, honestly, I do think that we only have one opportunity. There's no going backwards. There's always going forwards. And for me personally, it's been ingrained in me for a very long time, but I think it took the opportunity to sit back and have this global timeout, I guess you can call it, to really dissect what it was meaning to me, but also to see how it was affecting me personally on a day-to-day level, mentally, right? So there's a feeling of I don't know what it would be. It's like, I think I told my colleague, I feel like I just got let out of a cage, because I felt like I lived within this box and these parameters of the rules of these people that I didn't know, nor knew me. And I was accelerating and exceeding, but I constantly had a ceiling. So yeah, I felt it was time. I had a great opportunity to join a friend.
It wasn't just you, though.
No.
Both you and your wife left.
Yeah, no judging.
Like COVID-19 aside, solid jobs. You were working from home, but they were solid jobs, and both of you in two different directions walked away from corporate and went into your own thing. That's got to be pretty big, right?
Yeah. I mean, I tried not to share it with too many people. Obviously, with my loved ones, I did. The reactions were pretty priceless. Surprised, probably not too surprised that we pulled the trigger. My wife and I are very similar in personality, but very surprised during the timing that we had done. So yeah, I mean, honestly, John, it's not. I think even you had mentioned it's not finances for us, because it's not about just money. Frankly, I can't sit here and say I'm a rich guy. I'm not. We feel a lot more blessed and wealthier now that we're out there doing it on our own. and I'm not talking about finances, I'm just talking about like general feeling on a day-to-day basis. And truthfully, it's a grind. It's not like I said to you. I'm 14 hours in so far today for work. When we're done, I'll continue working. It is a grind, but it's something it's a passionate grind. It's for a purpose. It's for a reason. It's investing your moments and your time and your life in your passion.
Oh, that's awesome. Jay, I thank you for sharing this time with us. I thank you for sharing your story.
Appreciate it.
I'd love to have your wife on and hear her side of it. And then
As
I'd
well.
love to get the two of you on to hear you telling the story
Oh,
together.
yeah, absolutely. Anytime, John. I appreciate your time also, and all the best to everybody listening.
Thank you very much. We'll talk to you
Take
later.
care.
Bye now.
What an extraordinary story of challenge, of awakening, and journey. I'm John Marshall. This is Crushing It. We'll see you next time.